Evan Bogart here to tell you about Bloomfield Tattoo Gallery, located at 1 Wellness Way, Suite K. Josh has been tattooing over 12 years and offers a different style and clear lines in bold colors. You can call them at 585-698-6780. So book your appointment today. Welcome to the Bogart Podcast, Season 2, Episode 4. My name is Evan Bogart.
As always.
Today is David Parshall, coming from Florida, but soon to be in New York. That's exciting.
I think it's 33 days.
Yeah. So, it's going to be a good time when you get back, because...
You got the shed finished?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
What happened?
Dirt Dan,
the garbage man, flake out again?
Yeah, he said he had the stomach bug and flaked the fuck out. But 13th of April.
Oh, that's so far away.
We are going to finish it. Unless Dan Reeman flakes out again, then yeah. But yeah, so another episode. Another week. Another 2 weeks. And
yep.
So, how was your 2 weeks, my friend?
It's pretty uneventful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're packing, right?
Pretty uneventful. Yep, we're slowly packing. I can't remember. So we got rid of our kitchen table, gave it to somebody, and then we got some. We got like patio furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Like a table and chairs that are wood, and they're like super lightweight and they fold up. So we're using that for a kitchen table set. Yeah, we've got few things packed up, and yeah, we'll pack up some more this week. And
nice.
That's about it.
Nice.
And it was my kid's birthday on Monday. She turned 5.
That's good.
Yeah.
Was that the age of kindergarten?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 years old.
So she'll like join kindergarten in the fall, and then she'll turn 6 in the spring. And yeah. And yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Yeah, I've had interesting week. Work as normal.
You grew your beard out looking like a bum.
Yeah, it's I gotta shave it tomorrow because I have to go to a birthday dinner for my grandma.
101.
No, she's turning 90.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We're going to this
That's about how old my grandparents are, I think. They're getting there.
Yeah. But yeah, she's turned 90, and we're going to this like diner thing, but I guess they rented out like part of it. And there's going to be, like, endless food and drinks and...
What's the place called?
The Big Cabin, I think it's called. It's
Where's
like
it at?
I don't even know. It's about 23 minutes away.
North, east, south, or
north.
West? Okay.
Near Rochester.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow night. And, yeah, and then I decided to order some groceries on Instacart.
Of course.
And so I decided to spend a pretty penny and order things from BJ's Wholesale Club.
Okay. Like a nice 5-gallon tub of mayonnaise.
Yeah. So,
Ugh, gross. For the record, I hate mayonnaise.
Yeah. I don't mind it, but
I hate it.
I ordered $224 worth of groceries, and there's only 15 things.
Oh, Jesus. Let me tell you something about that today. So, the missus is like super congested, and we're all out of tissues and toilet paper. Because she's the only one that uses toilet paper in this house, because I like to use baby wipes, because I like a clean butthole.
Mm-hmm.
And she used up all the tissues. So, when she got home from work, we went and got some tissues and some toilet paper and a neti pot, to flush out the sinuses in the nose. It was $64 for 3 things. The toilet paper, a 12-pack of toilet paper, cost $30. I was like, what the fuck? Why the hell? I was like, why the fuck is this $64? I was like,
Oh, man. Yeah, so, but that story doesn't end there. So, it was like 15 things, and I called my aunt, and I was like, hey, do you have a BJ's membership? And she's like, yes, but you can't use it in Instacart because it has to be the same name,
yeah.
which sucked. So I was like, okay. I ended up
put my name on it.
paid full price for everything. So the Instacart, I wait for the Instacart driver to come. The guy drives in my yard, and I'm like,
Was
yell.
Was there a car in the way?
No car in the driveway at all. And so this guy drives right into the yard, and he gets stuck.
Oh, what an idiot. Oh, my God.
So I'm
and there goes the beautiful lawn.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? So after he delivered everything,
you're like, hey, asshole.
Yeah. He's like, oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm like, fuck you. And so, whatchamacallit, I gave him a bad rating on the app. I'm like, 1 star. And he's like, why is it 1 star? Oh, because
fucking tore my yard,
property.
Idiot.
So I was like, I looked on Instacart to see if there's anything they can do for like damaged property and stuff like that. So I messaged, and 2 days later, no one replied back. So I called Instacart, and I'm like, this is a telemarketing place in India. You can't understand one fucking word they say.
Like, heck, this is John.
Yeah. So, so I'm like, hey, this person damaged my property and shit. And they're like, okay, we'll send an email, and you could, a form to fill out. So I filled out the form. I uploaded pictures and whatnot. 2 days go by. Not heard a word. So I called today, and they're like, oh, well, you'll get an email. I couldn't understand one fucking word he said, but you'll get an email, and now I have a damaged lawn, and I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Yeah, you should be.
But so, but yeah, that was my Instacart story of the week. And then I work at the hospital, and I had to do hospital side today, and time went by pretty fast today.
And that's good.
And I did 4 or 5 discharges today, which means you got to strip the room, clean it, make the bed, disinfect, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So I did 5 of those today, 4 or 5, I can't remember. But yeah, I'm pretty sore today. I take some ibuprofen and whatnot. Usually I would have had like 3 beers by now, and the pain would have subsided. But
so what are you drinking tonight?
Clearly Canadian.
Oh.
It's I found it at Tops.
Would you show it on the screen? Clearly Canadian. Move it over. Oh, gross. Peach. Yuck. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like kind of not that great.
My least favorite flavor.
They had strawberry, wild berry, blackberry, and I bought them all. So, I mean, it's not bad. I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, so, I mean, my week was pretty good. I applied a long time ago for a job because there's a Goodwill opening up in Canandaigua. I applied for a lead what was that? Lead team member. And
lead bin go througher.
Yeah. And so I have an interview Wednesday at 4, and yeah, it pays a lot more than what I make now. So
Oh yeah, well that's good. I was to say, like, when you go to negotiate the salary, you tell them like you want like, you're gonna have to do the math because I don't know what you make, but tell them you want like 25% more than what you make.
yeah. So gonna hear him out, see what's going on. It depends on the hours too. I mean, it all depends. So, but yeah. So I mean, pretty basic week. Not really much going on.
And that's the show, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. So, but I have a lot to talk about.
Oh, great.
This week.
Great.
I have my phone and I have notes. And so the first thing I wanted to talk about is The Broken Lizard's new movie on Hulu.
Yeah, I remember seeing the commercial for it, and I don't remember what the movie is.
No, it's like the medieval times.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I was like, is that like some kind of like Mighty Python's thing, Monty Python's, whatever they call it? I was like,
yeah.
I was like, because I think I sent you the thing, right?
Yep. And I've watched it a few times. Just
the movie or the trailer?
The trailer. The movie doesn't come out until 4/20. So,
oh, of course. And it's like all their movies.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. The only thing I don't like about you're frozen. Okay, never mind. The only thing I don't like about is they play different characters in it. So like one actor will play 2 roles in it. I think
that's how they do it in a lot of their movies.
They
did that in Beer Fest.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
With what was the name? Landfill and Landgill or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was it? The Slam and Salmon. The dude played 2 people. I thought. Right?
Yeah. I just think
they did that in every movie where there's like one guy playing 2 characters.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems a little bit confusing sometimes. Like, because, you put goatee on one of them to switch the, whatchamacallit, roles. But I think it's just confusing. I think they should, Super Troopers, best movie they've made. You don't think so?
No way. Beer Fest.
Beer Fest was good.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
When they made Super Troopers 2, that was horrible. That was absolutely garbage. I mean, it was funny, but it was just not.
No, I'm pissed off at them because at the end of Beer Fest, it's like Pot Fest, right? Remember that? Yeah. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants Pot Fest.
Yeah. But,
fucking assholes.
Fuck
you, Broken Lizard. I'm just kidding. We love your work.
But, yeah, so, I mean, I think it's going to be a good movie, but I don't know if it's going to be one of their top ones.
Did you ever watch The Slam and Salmon?
Yep. Okay.
Yep. No, it's just the question. No, yeah. Have you ever watched that one?
Yes.
You've seen all their movies?
Yep.
I don't think I've seen all of them. There's like a Club Dread one or something.
Yeah, Club Dread. Actually, the senior quote in my yearbook was from Club Dread. It was, what was that? It's not a party until someone breaks the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
I used that as a senior quote because at that time, that movie came out and I watched it every day. And so I was like, I got to take a senior quote out of it. And looking back on it now, I wish I'd never picked that senior quote.
Why?
I don't know. I
need you to move over this way a little bit.
Okay,
perfect.
Yeah, so I mean, I wish I'd never picked that senior quote. But
all right, now talking about senior quotes, this is bringing up stuff that I hate bringing up high school because that was a long time ago. So, all right, I remember like a bunch of our classmates had like ridiculous senior quotes, right? Like some person's quoting Hitler. My main man Cody,
Jeb Henry.
he quoted Al Bundy, right?
Yeah.
And well, I remember there was like a thing. I can't remember if it was in like the Naples Record or if it was in like the newspaper. But there was like all their, I don't want to say bad influence, but like all the inappropriate senior quotes, stuff that like, you know, made the local news and all that stuff.
And
What was yours one of them?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. I don't even know what, like, that kind of went over my head. I mean, it was in the Naples Record?
I don't know if it was like the newspaper, if it was like the Daily Messenger, or if it was in the Naples Record. But I remember there was all this fuss about it in the local media about all the inappropriate senior quotes that we had, that our class had.
Yeah, I think our class was more of the rebel side. Took risks and stuff like that. You know, we had it was kind of like just a whole rebel against authority. Like we had people like in fights in cafeteria. We had just vandalism and stuff like that. So I think our class was more on the rebel side.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, crazy. So what else do we talk about? Let me pull up my notes. Oh, so Donald Trump gets arrested.
Old DT. Well, not really arrested, you know. He turned himself in.
Yeah, he turned himself in
over some bullshit charges.
Well, he paid hush money to a porn star.
And that's not illegal.
No, well, I mean, it is kind of illegal.
It's not
used
illegal.
Company funds to.
He used his own money. It's just the way that it was reported.
Yeah. So,
but you know, I was reading up on it. To be fair, all our loyal listeners, I don't support Joe Biden or Donald Trump.
Yeah, I don't either.
But it was great when we had Donald Trump as a president. So anywho, yeah. So like the statute of limitations, that thing is up. That was up like so that it's like 2 years, right? So like this case, these 34 felonies or whatever that they have on them, it's all stupid. It's all political.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought on it.
Yeah. So I mean, like a notification got on my phone that he was making a speech, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let me turn on the TV. He has Proud to Be an American song blaring. He's like, proud to be an American. And he's like walking up slowly to the stage. And you know what? When he made that speech, when all the riot happened, what was that, Capitol Hill?
Well, it was, I honestly don't remember where it was at. It was somewhere in D.C.
Yeah.
I think it was right out in front of the White House lawn, right?
No, it wasn't on the front house lawn. I don't remember where it was. But anyways, I thought when he got done with his speech, there was going to be another riot because he was just spitting out facts against Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden's son.
God.
So I was like, oh shit, there's going to be another riot. But I didn't hear anything about a riot. So, I mean, they must have people in the Trump administration going around and be like, hey, we can't have another riot. You know, you gotta calm this down a little bit. But he went all out, cutting throats. Good. It was Good. Crazy. I mean, I'm not, like you said, I'm not a Joe Biden and I'm not a Trump. It's just I have a weird feeling that Trump's going to be our president again.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It's going to be old Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, but yeah, he was cutting throats. It was crazy. So, what time are we at?
It's like 5-10 minutes in.
Oh, 18. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, spring is coming. Oh, spring is here.
Spring has sprung.
Spring is, and it was warm Like, it was the other day, it was, I think yesterday, it was 72 degrees out here. And you could tell that at the park here, when the snow melts, all the garbage comes out everywhere. It's like, we have fast food bags.
Spring is here. Time to empty out our shed where we keep all the trash all winter long.
Yeah. So there's like fast food wrappers. There's just like shit everywhere in the park. And but the one thing I noticed was there was a code enforcer truck that drove by the other day. And I was like, oh shit, something.
They're gonna come and see my shed.
Yeah, and I'm like,
over. It's like, well, if anything happens, you just play dumb. It's like, what do you mean? I was like, this is at a 10 by 8. That's what they sold me.
Yeah, well, what I'm gonna say, if I do get a letter from Code Enforcer, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, the shed was here when we bought the place. Why does it look so new? I
Fresh
painted
coat of
it.
paint.
Yep. So I'm a little worried about that, but I mean,
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think they have bigger fish to fry, other places, but yeah, I mean,
yeah, like the meth lab out back.
Yeah, really, the meth lab in the back of the trailer park. But yeah, I mean, it spring's here and there's shit everywhere.
Dog
in the park.
Shit everywhere.
I usually
Did you hire the topless maid to clean up the dog poop?
No, I didn't.
No.
I cleaned up the dog poop the other day, and the dog pooper scooper is broken on one side, so it's a little bit harder to grab the poop. But I mean it, and then I have a trash can filled with poop.
Oh God.
And I have to like hold my breath when I open it up and dump the poop in it. So you better stop yawning, because if you start yawning, I'm going to start yawning, and then, yeah.
Did you make coffee like you said you were gonna?
No, I had a one of those single serve caffeinated water things.
Oh, you're gonna be up all night.
No, I'm exhausted, but I mean, caffeine's caffeine. Sober. Still sober, still not having any drinks, still not. Yeah,
me too.
But yeah.
Quick question: those blue flip flops back there, are those the rubber Birkenstocks?
Yes.
So I went to the next. Was it this week? Last week? I honestly don't remember what. I think last week, maybe. I honestly don't remember what day it was. I can't remember. Harper was with her mom. What were we doing? I honestly don't remember what we were doing, but I was. Fuck, man, I don't remember what I was doing, but I was at the next, and it was just, looking at shoes, and they had the OG green Birkenstocks. So awesome! I want these. And I tried them on. I had socks on, but I tried it on. I was like, yep, I don't like these one bit.
I looked up how much, when I bought my fake Birkenstocks, I looked up how much they were for the real Birkenstocks. They were like $100.
Yeah.
$100 for sandals. I'm like, I'm going to Walmart and picking up the Joe Smo Birkenstocks. But I mean, I think I'm just going to start wearing shoes around again. My feet are disgusting.
I got really bad. I don't want to say really bad, because it's not as bad as it was. Like really dry heels, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a couple years ago, we bought one of those pumice stones or whatever they're called.
Hummus, or not
no,
hummus.
not hummus, because that's something that you eat.
Yeah.
But it's one of those stones that have all the tiny little holes in it, so you like use it to scrub your feet.
A loofah?
No, that's a sponge. It's some kind of stone. I think it's a pumice stone. But yeah, I use that. I used to use it like every other shower to sand down my feet, the heels, because they were just like so dry and gross. But I do it like, I don't know, once a week or so.
Okay, you gotta see what I'm wearing right now, though. So I had these. They're really thick socks, but they come up like halfway on my leg, and Laura got
Is
them
it?
for me, and they're so comfortable. They're just like they're
This
big.
is what I'm wearing.
Nothing,
Nothing.
but
I got some sauce on the bottom of my feet.
does your feet sweat when you sleep?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah.
I like to have one foot out of the blanket and one foot in the blanket.
This is what's crazy is when I had COVID.
Which time?
I only had COVID once.
I thought you had it twice.
Nope, just once.
No.
Anyways, so when I got COVID, from my hips down, every night I sweat. Before I had COVID, never sweated at all. So now, when I sleep, I sweat like from my hips down, balls sweat and everything. So I mean,
Crazy.
so I don't know what it is. It's just sweat. I don't know. I think because when I had COVID, I didn't lose my taste or my smell. I still had my taste and smell, but that was the only thing is that I sweat from my hips down. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
And you haven't had COVID yet, right?
I've never been tested.
Yeah, you probably had it, but
I've probably had it a billion. Like I always tell people, like right when it, like before it happened. So we were going to Utah for Thanksgiving, and I can't remember if it was before or after that. We all got like super sick, right? So I tell people, I was like, yeah, man, I feel like I've never tested, but like I feel like we had it before. It was like a big thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never been tested, and I never will get tested either.
Yeah.
If I have it, I'm just gonna spread it around. But like
Super spreader.
Yeah.
But I mean I don't know. I take a lot of vitamins and stuff like that, and I haven't. The last time I got sick, we talked about this in the previous podcasts. That was one day when I got like food poisoning and threw up in the parking lot. But but I don't really get sick anymore. I'm pretty. When I'm at work, I take all precautions. Wear gloves. Wash my hands.
Do you have to wear the face masks?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
mean, it makes sense as a hospital worker to do it.
Yeah. You have to wear, and then when I worked on the hospital side today, and in the COVID rooms, you have to wear the N95. Then there's the, it's like an N95, but like a step down from it. I have to wear
N94.
Yeah, or something. I don't know, maybe. But
I just think it's funny that there's all these libtards out there that thinks this shit's actually working.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all, and then so I mean, I had to wear the N95 in COVID rooms, and then there's like you just take precaution throughout the hospital. You don't want to get any of this stuff. So I wash my hands frequently, hand sanitizer, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Chug, chug, chug.
All right, so we have a voicemail.
Oh, cool.
I'll play it real quick if I can find it. We'll edit all this out.
Nathan again. Quick story. So, a couple days ago, there's this possum shows up dead in our yard, like real close to the house. I don't know, probably hit by a car, like crawled over there in a last ditch effort to, like, hey, help me, can I come in or something? You know how possums are. Anyway, so I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. We call the village. I'm like, can you come? There's a dead possum in my yard. Do you guys pick up dead animals in the village? Because we pay like a buttload of taxes. They're like, no, if it's on your property, you got to call an exterminator. And I'm a man. I'm not calling an exterminator. So I'm thinking like, all right, I'm going to throw this thing in the road and call Zach and be like, hey, there's a dead possum. Anyway, I didn't do that because I don't want to like get in a fight with the village. So I just went outside with a garbage bag. And I just kind of like quick scoop it up into the garbage bag, but it was stiff. So I had to pick that thing up. We used the garbage bag with a glove. I put it in there and I just threw that shit right in my outside dumpster garbage can. So now there's a dead possum in a bag in the village dump, wherever that is. Anyway, that's my possum story. Love you.
So
Oh,
that
how sweet.
was a good old voicemail. Yeah, so when I was thinking about that voicemail, my dad, a long time ago, there was like this raccoon that was like
A
really
what?
raccoon.
Okay, you said like rap killer. What are you saying, fool?
So there was this raccoon that was not right. It was something sick with it. It was walking around during.
Rabies.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was. So my dad's like, I'll take care of it. Goes in his gun safe, gets a shotgun, and then walks up. It was like in our backyard. Walks up to it, point blank range, boom.
Misses. Has to
Yeah.
shoot it again.
But
Right.
fucking, the thing exploded.
Yeah.
Like it just, my dad point blank range. Like, like it's just the sound of it. It's like a big. It looked like someone put TNT in his ass and just blew it to fucking smithereens.
Was it just pink mist?
Yeah, basically. It was
That's what happens
just
when you get shot by a 50 cal. Pink
Yeah.
mist.
so.
Nothing left.
Yeah, but I guess that's how. If I had rabies, that's probably the way I would go. Just
Yeah.
shoot me until I explode and mist in the air. But yeah, so I guess if there was me that had the possum in the yard, yeah, I'd probably do the same thing. Just throw it in a bag and throw it in the trash.
Do you remember when we attempted to podcast stuff like a decade and a half ago?
Oh yeah,
And you came up to my parents' house and there was that possum
it was like
just hanging out on the porch.
so.
And we were just like throwing firewood at it.
So, yeah, I remember that. And then we got it in a box, and Dan Raymond drop kicked it into the yard. Yeah, those things are nasty. Possums, they're
Yeah.
fucking nasty. Like, I don't believe in the higher power of God or anything like that, but if there was a God that created like an ugly piece of shit with fur, it doesn't, like half of it has fur, half of it doesn't.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just an ugly, sad fucking creature.
Yeah.
But,
so this one time, this was like a few years before that. This was like, I think it was like the summer of graduation. So like, I want to say, I can't remember like exactly what day it was, but I remember this is like the band, we were supposed to be doing something like super early in the morning. I go down, pick Nathan up. This is like Nathan and TJ are sleeping at my uncle's place. I go down, pick Nathan up. TJ's still sleeping. Nathan and I, we go get breakfast from the granary. And then we go up to our practice spot, which is, my parents' trailer up in the woods. And I can't remember if it was that same day or if it was a different time. Because, I got early onset dementia and everything's just crazy.
Yeah.
But anywho, so there was a flock of turkeys in the road up there, right? And I drove through it. Right? I drove through the flock of turkeys. I killed one of them. I got one turkey. And I remember, like, putting it in a garbage bag and just leaving it at someone's doorstep.
Yeah. That reminds me of when I was working at Burger King at Eastview Mall. There was a girl that I knew
Put her in a garbage bag.
Yeah. Never saw her again. But
No.
she hit a Canadian goose or geese or whatever they're called.
Geese.
goose or geese? I don't fucking.
It's goose when there's one, and it's geese if it's two.
All right, goose. She hit a goose, and saw on the security camera, and so they went up to her and was like, "You hit an international bird. We need you to come with us." And she's like, "Oh,
man, that ain't me."
So she got like a big hefty fine for hitting one of them, because they migrate. There's like ponds around the mall, and they just like migrate to those every like summer. And she hit one, and she got a hefty fine. I forgot how much it was, but it was it was a pretty penny just to hit a bird.
Yeah.
But there's assholes that like in Canandaigua that fucking do donuts and hit seagulls and shit, eating fries off of McDonald's parking lot.
Well, those are just rats with wings.
Yeah, those are. And then so there was this trend that you would feed seagulls Alka-Seltzer.
Okay.
And their stomachs would expand while they're flying away and drop dead. So they're flying, and then they just fall from the sky because the Alka-Seltzer explodes their stomach.
And yeah.
Ugh. These people are sick, man.
Yeah.
So, all right. When we come back,
where are we going?
We're going to take a break.
Oh.
And when we come back,
excuse me.
we have a giveaway.
Oh, cool.
From the good people at Bloomfield Tattoo Gallery, right in Bloomfield, New York.
Oh, exciting.
We'll talk about how we're going to run this contest. And, and then we'll word from our sponsors and the song of the week. So, when we come back.
They're not a sponsor.
No. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, when we come back, we will talk more about that and more. So, we'll be right back.
Why am I seeing W all over my feed? And how is it different than any other energy drink? W is one of very few energy drinks that contains Neurofactor, a nootropic derived from coffee fruit. It also does not contain any fillers, maltodextrin, or artificial colors. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. If you want to try a tub for yourself or pick up a starter pack, make sure to do it soon. They sell out fast.
Evan Bogart here to tell you about Bloomfield Tattoo Gallery, located at 1 Wellness Way, Suite K. Josh has been tattooing over 12 years and offers a different style and clear lines and bold colors. You can call them at 585-698-6780. So book your appointment today.
Hey everyone, it's Jesse, and I'm back this week to review the new action extraordinaire John Wick Chapter 4. I may be a bit of a latecomer to this series, but once I started watching these movies on Peacock, I quickly grew to love them with their unique blend of over-the-top, balls-to-the-wall action, with a narrative that makes each movie feel like a chapter within a single book. I mean, sure, the plot is paper thin, and hits every action cliche in the book. But these movies do it so well that I can't help but love this series, and Chapter 4 is no different. Just like with the other films in the series, Chapter 4 kicks off where the previous movies left off, with Keanu Reeves as John Wick continuing his quest for violent vengeance and freedom from the criminal High-Table organization. Because of their failure to kill Wick in the previous movies, the High-Table sends Marquis Vincent de Gramont with carte blanche to find and kill him once and for all. De Gramont goes as far as to strip Ian McShane's Winston's status as a manager of the New York Continental, kills his concierge Kayron, and demolishes the hotel, setting John up for his final chapter in his bloody conflict against the High Table, with the help of his usual allies Winston and Lawrence Fishburne's The Bowery King. Just like with the previous movies, the plot of Chapter 4 is lacking. But let's be honest, we don't watch these movies for the plot. We watch these movies to watch Keanu Reeves kill as many motherfucking scumbags as humanly possible in the most glorious and gratuitous ways. And Chapter 4 delivers the best action in the series, particularly in the movie's final act. You very much get what you pay for. The movie also introduces some of the most interesting characters in the series, with Donnie Yen's Kane, Shamir Anderson's Mr. Nobody, Bill Skarsgård's Marquis de Gramont, and Hiroki Sanada and Rina Sawayama's as the Koji family of the Osaka Continental. I would love for the series to expand to give these characters their own movies set in the John Wick universe. I would give this movie a 5 out of 5 if it weren't for my only real complaint about how disappointing the ending is. 4 movies of John Wick trying to obtain his freedom from the High Table, and this is how John's story comes to an end. He deserves better than that. But, oh well, everything else in this movie is pretty fucking awesome. And I love it, with it as the best entry in the John Wick series. I give John Wick Chapter 4 a 4 out of 5.
And we're back. So the giveaway is $100 off a tattoo.
What? That's
what?
I said, what?
Yeah, so it's $100 off. What we're gonna do for this contest, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is Beer Pirate Radio. If you look it up, or search the Bogart Podcast, and you will see that channel. Take a screenshot of the subscriber to see if you are subscribed, and then we will do a virtual wheel with all the people that send in picks and whatnot, and we'll pick a winner. So,
Is this for any of the other 15 subscribers?
yes, it's just whoever shows me that they're subscribed.
Can you
We'll pick a winner.
see who subscribes?
No,
No?
I can't.
You can't
don't
see
know.
that anymore?
Yeah, I
used to be able to
No,
back in the day.
I know. I don't know who's subscribed. But so yeah, take a screenshot. We'll take all the people that do that, and we'll spin a virtual wheel, and we'll see who wins. So
what's this tattoo place called?
it is Bloomfield Gallery Tattoos.
Bloomfield
Oh,
Gallery
no.
Tattoos.
No, it
Bloomfield
is
Tattoo Gallery.
yeah, Bloomfield Tattoo Gallery. I'm working on.
Where are they located in Bloomfield?
They are don't have the address on me, but I'll put it on the screen right here. They're located in Bloomfield. Don't know the exact address right now, but I have an ad for
It's
them.
like, all right, guys, in Bloomfield, you got Dunkin' Donuts on one side of the street, you got the bank on the other side, and then the other side of that street, you got that, like,
Car wash.
weird, there used to be a liquor store there,
Yeah.
and you go down that street a little bit more, there's, like, this industrial building, they're in that industrial building.
Yeah, so...
and on the other side of that street is the post office. You can't miss it.
Yeah. Again, we'll have the address and whatnot. And, so I reached out to Josh, and I was like, hey, we're podcasts, we like to do giveaways and stuff like that. So, and he's like, yeah.
Unfortunately, no one ever gets anything because no one participates.
Yeah, but, so, I mean, he's cool. I mean, I think this is really cool giveaway. I think people are going to be interested in this. So yeah, that's how we're going to do the contest.
So comment, subscribe, like. Oh my God, I can't even speak. Ring that bell. Fucking
turn on post notifications. Subscribe.
Ring that bell. Turn on the notification thing. But comment, subscribe, because YouTube algorithm, blah blah blah. This because analytics show that 99.9% of our viewers aren't subscribers.
Yeah. I was looking at the analytics or whatever how you say it. We have I think it's like 58% of our audience is females.
Oh, nice. We love the ladies.
It's so crazy.
Sorry, ladies, I'm taken.
It's so crazy how, like, there's a map. Like, I do RSS.com, and that's how I upload all of our podcasts to multiple platforms. You can see everywhere on the United States where people are listening at, and you could see in Germany, UK, everywhere. I mean, it looks like a sex offender fucking a map, but it's just like people that listen to our podcast. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. And the most is right in this trailer park, right?
Yeah, probably. But I wish I'll post a picture right here of the map of the United States. There's other, again, UK, Europe, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, it's so cool that people are actually downloading. We've had over 500 people download our podcast. I think that's fucking cool, man.
Well, I remember, was it not the video that just got posted, but the previous one when you did like some kind of ad thing, right?
Yep.
That episode just like, I don't know what it's at. I think it's like, last time I looked, it was like 86 views. It was like, oh my God, that's so many.
Yeah. I mean,
and then if you hit those three little dots, I don't know, like, because I don't ever do anything on the laptop really. If I just watch YouTube, it's just something on my telephone. So you hit like the little more button. It's got the three little dots, and you can hit like about or whatever, and you scroll down and it shows how many views the channel has had in its entirety, and it's like up at like, I'm just rounding up to an even or a more rememberable number. I don't know what to call it, but I'm just gonna round up to 750 views. So that's with all your cartoon stuff, all your little shorts that you got, your chicken wing challenge that you failed miserably at.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So I mean, again, thank you guys for downloading each week. This has been my dream. So me and Dave were in a podcast, the Basement Podcast, way back in 2009.
Let's just say this. Okay, so we've done like all the podcasts that he's done pretty much. It's always been me and him, just different names.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So after
there were just two different names, right?
Yeah,
and then the Basement Podcast, because we didn't even do it in your basement.
Yeah, but anyways, after we did the Basement Podcast, when we all split up, it felt like a hole in my heart, and I knew I wanted to do it again, like do another podcast, and I tried with Beer Pyre Radio, and I didn't really know anything about podcasting, and then I read I listened and read stuff about podcasting, and now here we are, 2023, over 500 downloads, 700 views. I mean, it's awesome. And then once we get the podcast shed up and running, it could double or triple our views. Who knows? So, I mean,
doubt it, but what we could do is we could start having these people who don't want to invest all the time and money into the equipment just for a small fee.
Yep.
We can produce the show for you.
But yeah, so I mean, thank you again, everyone. It's been
a like,
trip.
Comment, subscribe on the latest video, and you can win. I guess you would say that this is really only to viewers in the 585 area code.
Yeah, it has to be in the 585 area code. I'm not driving all the way to Pennsylvania to drop off a
well, you don't drive anyways.
Yeah, I don't drive, but I'm not going to fucking do that. So, now, let me see if my notes, if there's anything else I wanted to talk about.
What's the tattoo artist's name?
Joshua Allen.
Like Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills?
No.
All right, make sure you do for like in the description of the video, you put all his
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
what I'm
know,
gonna do. Yeah, all the information
where
about
you can find his tattoo shop and his Instagram, his TikTok, his Plenty of Fish profile, all that stuff.
Plenty of fish. Yeah. So, I saw. Well, in the news, there was this lady, that was driving a bus, and it must have been some kid sprayed perfume, and just this lady lays it on those kids, like fucking swears at them, threatens to stick her foot up their asses and shit. But it just, I'll play the video right in the middle of between me and Dave. But yeah, this lady just rails on these kids. And it just reminds me back in the day when I used to ride the bus. I rode the bus all the way until I was 18, senior class. Because I didn't get my license until, I think it was the summer of 06. So, yeah, I rode the bus all the way up my senior year. Man, the stories we had. It just
Who was your bus driver?
well, I had a lot. So I had
Who was your primary bus driver?
in the morning it was Alan or yeah, I think it was Alan. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I found out he was dead like last winter.
Oh no.
He was a war or a Vietnam vet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he was the nicest bus driver ever. But the afternoon bus drivers, we had Jane,
Oh god. Well,
or my brother used to call her Snaggletooth.
oh yeah.
So, and I found out she's dead too. So,
yeah,
I
she
mean,
passed away.
The but
Corey
my
brothers.
brother.
So she had a twin, right?
Oh, okay.
She had a twin. They looked like exactly alike. I guess they used to get called the Corey brothers in high school.
Oh man. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, so I had Jane, aka Snaggletooth, and then I had Robin.
Crazy Robin.
Yeah, she got let go because she did 85 and a 65 on a school bus.
There's no 65-mile-an-hour zones up there. What are you
Or
talking
no,
about?
55. I don't know. But anyways,
Smoking cigarettes and going 85 at a 55?
well, back when I smoked cigarettes, I used to bum one off of her because I was the last kid that got off the bus. And so she would be like, if I smoke on the bus, I'll let you have a cigarette. I'm like, okay. So we used to smoke cigarettes on the bus, and then yeah, she got fired for speeding, and then what else? Oh, so okay, back to Jane. My brother one time, she stopped the bus because we were all getting rowdy, and she comes back and she's like, "We're not going anywhere until you guys calm down." And my brother's like, "I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out." Like, my brother threatened her. And so she's like, "I'm not going anywhere." So my brother's like, "I'm gonna walk home." And so he goes up to her.
He hit the old emergency exit,
Yep,
red lever, and hopped out of the bus.
He lifted it, jumped off the back of it, and walked home because we were on our road coming to our house. So he starts walking, and she gets in the driver's seat, drives right behind her,
flooring it.
keeps honking the horn, telling him to get back in the bus. My brother got suspended from the bus for 2 weeks. But yeah, the other thing that it brings back memories was we used to call them pea guns. We would take uncooked peas, put them in our mouth, and take PVC pipe and spit it, and it was like a machine gun. It's just like it was crazy. And so, and then the bus driver's like, "Why is there like uncooked peas all over the ground?" And
Well,
so it was like, and we're like,
what
we
do you
don't
got
know.
here?
But and then one time, our good old friend Ricky Bobby, aka Ricky Herbs, put his hand up his ass. He put it right up his ass and gave me a fish hook. I had 2 servings of chicken nuggets that day and threw up everywhere on the bus.
That's disgusting.
And yeah, and then atomic wedgies, that was the thing too. We just pull each other's underwear up until it rips, and then like fucking our school bus days are bad. They were
Yes.
so bad.
Kids were ruthless on the school bus.
Yeah. Because when we got picked up first thing in the morning at like 6:00 and school was until 8. We had an hour-long bus ride, so we were going to get into fucking trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, you put kids on a bus for an hour. What the fuck are they going to do, you know?
Yeah.
They're going to start trouble. So, I mean, yeah, it was fucking crazy, our bus driving school days. But yeah, I'll play the video about the lady yelling at the kids, but it just brought up good memories.
You know, Cody, he drove bus for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
He
Cody.
was he was a substitute bus driver for a little bit.
So Cody is our kid we went to high school with.
He's not a kid, he's an adult.
Yeah, I mean an adult. Yeah, you know what I mean. But anyways, he went to high school with us, and he works on cars, and it's like a family business, right?
He's not in that business anymore. He works for the town of South Bristol.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the highway department.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, he was a substitute bus driver for a little bit. He was in like take over for like the lead head mechanic job to, service the buses.
yeah, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. So let's see.
I can't believe that he would become a bus driver.
Oh, me either. They had a problem for a while. They couldn't find bus drivers anywhere because no one wants to sit for
No
an
one wants to
hour.
No one wants to babysit these little turds.
No,
Kids are the worst.
no one wants to drive buses with 50 kids screaming and yelling, spitting spit wads at you while you're driving. And they have like cameras now everywhere. But I mean, it's not going to stop them from fucking destroying the bus or making sure they behave and shit.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah. So that's all I want to talk about. You got anything I want to talk about this week?
I got a couple things written down in my notepad, my digital notepad. All right. Okay, I don't know what the deal with my toenails is lately, but my toenails in particular, they seem like they're growing a lot faster than they usually do.
Yeah.
I used to have to go like 2-3 weeks without clipping my toenails, and now every week I have to clip them. It's weird. So like Jess says, it's like, oh, that means you're healthy or whatever. And then I Googled it. What's the deal? I was like, what's the deal? Hey Siri, what's the deal with my toenails getting so long so quickly? And like, this is what I found on the internet. And allegedly, it's just an urban myth that you're healthy when they grow super fast, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Do you take a lot of vitamins?
No, not really, not anymore.
Yeah. I take like a once a day gummy vitamin, and my nails grow a lot too. They grow pretty fast.
No, this is like I know that like the fingernails grow pretty fast, but like my toenails have been growing a lot faster
Yeah.
than what they normally do. So all you ladies out there, because that's what our demographic is, a bunch of females, who's in the medical field, probably a registered nurse. What's the deal?
Yeah.
Why am my toenails growing so fast?
So
Comment down below.
Yeah, if you're in the medical field, and email the show and tell us why.
No, don't email. Just comment on the video.
There you go.
No one's got time to email the show.
Yeah.
Goddamn boy.
What else you got there?
So I can't remember why I wrote this down, but it was just a little story, I guess. It's like, you remember that time that I was delivering stuff for my uncle out
Yes.
in
Oh
New Hampshire,
my
New
God.
England, and we went to that crazy college. I mean, it wasn't super crazy, but you know, I wrote down the crazy college town in New Hampshire. I don't remember like where in New Hampshire it was.
Yeah, I don't remember
but
either.
I was just delivering because like my uncle was in the free sample business,
Yeah.
and he had me deliver. This is like when the K-Cup coffee machines were like just starting, and I had to deliver two coffee makers.
It was it was
it?
two coffee makers, a display, and a bunch of K-Cups.
Yeah, and like one of them, was it in a college town? I honestly don't remember. But we stopped in a college town for the night, got a hotel, and we went bar hopping. Went to a Boston themed bar, and Evan was just in all of his glory.
Yeah.
And on the way back to the hotel room, there was a laundromat that had a pizza shop at the back of it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, so yeah, I don't remember what college town it was. It was they had who's that coughing in the background? Is that Jess?
It might be.
Oh,
I mean,
anyways,
I didn't hear it because I was coughing.
so this college town that we went to, I think I don't think I was single, but
You were that night.
yeah, but
What was that dude's name that you took home?
a dude's name. But yeah, it was a fun time, but that was the time they put me on this antidepressant that was like not good to mix with alcohol.
Yeah.
And I remember the next morning, like I was dead to the world. I couldn't. It was bad. So, yeah, it was a fun night though.
Yeah.
It was a fun night. I remember I just remember that trip, and it pissed me off. I don't know why, but there was. So you went somewhere, I think, to get something out of the car, and then this lady was like, "Hey, what does this do?" And I'm trying to explain it to her, and you're like, "No, no, 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 no. That's not what it does." And you got so pissed that you didn't talk to me for like 2 hours, and I'm like, "Dude, I just tried to explain to her." You got so pissed.
I don't remember that at all.
Because I remember, I'm like, why is he even pissed that I just told her like how kind of this works? And yeah, but anyways, it was a good trip though. I had fun. I just remember driving to half asleep, and I'm driving on the thruway, and I'm like, oh man.
What we weren't on a throughway at all.
Yeah, you can only drive
I
to
don't
Vermont on a thruway.
I don't remember.
You can't just take back roads all the way back.
It seemed like we took back roads the whole way.
No, we were on the thruway for a while.
But yeah, I just remember like I had my tiny little, well, it wasn't tiny, it was a standard size Toyota Camry, and it just had it loaded with boxes of K-Cups.
Yeah,
K-Cups. I was like, I had to like, it's like, I didn't tell my uncle that you were coming with me, so I was just like trying to like, he says, yeah, to load her up, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta like make room for my buddy.
Yeah, and then I think you made like $200 or something like that.
Yeah, something.
And then you paid me $100
yeah,
for coming out with you because you didn't want to go alone.
yeah.
So, and then but yeah,
I just remember like we stopped at this one gas station, and it was weird because like they had a food menu, right? And I just remember the way that they spelled ham was with a B, like a silent B.
oh,
You probably don't remember that, but I
No,
that's like
I don't remember that.
one of the things that I remember.
yeah,
I remember like at the first stop at the hotel place that I dropped it off at, like I had nowhere to plug the thing in.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, just set it up over there. I'm like, okay, where do you want me to plug this in? I'm like, wherever you find a place. Like,
Yeah.
all right. And there was like no place to plug it in.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is we were at the hotel, and I was like, dude, we got to go in the hot tub. And
I
we
don't
didn't
remember
have,
that at all.
We don't have we didn't have swimming trunks, so I went in my boxers, but the pool was closed and the hot tub was closed for renovations.
No, of
So-
course.
And I was so mad. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go to the front desk. We're gonna see if we can get a free room for the night. I was so pissed.
And this was the time before smartphones, right?
Yep. And everything was printed out on MapQuest.
Yeah.
We followed MapQuest all
And
the
it's
way
like-
up to Vermont or
and
New
it's like a-
Hampshire.
I feel like I stopped at places to use the Wi-Fi to search.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a thing. But
Yeah.
good times. Good
yeah.
times.
So,
All
all
right.
right.
This last thing that I have written down is it's another thing about pizza. Well, I mean, even though that thing wasn't about pizza, I just remember like you getting the pizza from the back of the laundromat. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. I still tell people that sort of, but anywho. So, all right. You remember Mr. Dave Portnoy? He had that frozen pizza, right?
Yes.
The one bite everybody knows the rules frozen pizza. It's like,
Mhm.
is the hype with that over?
I don't even think that's at Walmart anymore.
It's
I
like
think
I feel like the hype's over.
I
I
didn't
mean,
really.
we don't really shop at Walmart like ever, but
Mm.
yeah, if you or for the loyal listeners ever had it, tell us what you think in the comments down below.
Yeah. And funny thing about the Instacart thing, I ordered these pizzas that we used to get in the cafeteria at high school.
Okay,
They
so like
had-
the deep dish round ones.
No, it was
No?
the big rectangular ones or whatever, how do you ever say it. But they were like all you do is you put them in the oven and then they serve them. But I found them on the Instacart thing and I'm like, oh man, I used to love those pizzas back in the high school
Wait,
days.
which one was it? Was it like the stuffed crust one where there was like a square and then you get two slices out of it when you cut it diagonally? Was it those ones?
It wasn't
'cause I-
stuffed crust.
Because
It
I
was-
know there's like 3 different pizzas that
Mhm.
they would sell. They would have like the round ones, right?
Yep.
The deep dish round ones that you can get. There's like Red Baron or whatever.
Mhm.
And then they had that shitty stuffed crust one that came in like a rectangle that you cut it diagonally and you had like the stuffed crust on both ends. And then they had like the
The
huge sheet pan ones that were homemade.
Yeah.
And that was like the best pizza that they had at school.
Yeah.
Those are the only 3 that I remember.
They had another one which I got, but they were frozen and you get 3 slices out of one of them. So, yeah, I found them. They were only like $20 for like 32 slices.
Oh, Jesus.
So I was like, they're really, I mean, they're not the best pizza in the world, but they do the trick when you're hungry.
Yeah.
So I just throw them in the air fryer for 7 minutes at
Because of the air
400.
fryer. All right,
And,
here's the thing about air fryers, right? I don't want to say that it's a scam,
Okay.
but so an air fryer is basically a convection oven. You know, there's some ovens out there that have like a fan in the back, right?
Mhm.
That's supposed to blow the hot air around, right?
Yeah.
So like, probably like a lot of the ovens nowadays are that, right? But then like, you know, the air fryer thing just like kicked off, right? And everybody's got an air fryer. So like you have your oven, your regular old house oven, and then you got a miniature oven that you put on the countertop. It's just like not a
Yeah.
scam, but it's a scam.
Well, it's
sort of thing.
convenient than having like a oil
Heating up the
fr-
heating up the oven
well,
to
no,
air fry.
well, it's convenient because you like the oil.
No,
deep
I'm not
fryers.
talking about like the deep fryer versus air fryer thing. I'm
Okay.
talking about like
just
you have a miniature convection oven, whatever it is, and then you have like the regular house size one. So you got like 2 ovens. Like so, my oldest sister, she's got 1,000 kids, right?
Yep.
So they don't have a toaster oven because they just use their oven to toast all the bread.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it does the same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I love my air fryer. I bought it for like $100. It's a pretty heavy duty one. It's pretty big too.
You got a new one.
No, well, I mean, I had
Since the last time I was there?
Yeah. We have like a bigger one now that I got. Yeah, so I cook everything in it. And I ordered, I know this is bad, but I ordered like basically just frozen food out of when I ordered from Instacart, because lately it's just when I get home, all I want to do is just relax.
Crack a cold one and eat some wings.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I bought like a bunch of like just freezer food, and I just throw it in the air fryer and eat it. I got jalapeno poppers. I got these tater tots that have cheese and bacon in them.
Ooh, that sounds like delish.
I bought a big thing of cookies. They're grandma's cookies. 32 packages of them.
Was this all from BJ's?
Yep. Everything is from BJ's. But for only 15 things, you got a shit ton of food for $250.
Well, that's because it's all like buying it in bulk. You know?
Yep. But, yep, so.
It's like, I don't really need 5 gallons of mayonnaise, but, you know, I can't beat it for the price.
I bought these chocolate covered, or not chocolate, but they're like
strawberry sweet something.
And I thought the bag was just a little thing. It's like a fucking, look at my head.
Yeah.
This bag is fucking huge. So, yeah, I just got a bunch of things, and when I got the package, I'm like, holy shit. But he fucked up my yard, so my mood went away that quick, so.
Yeah.
But,
well, didn't you tell me sometime this week that you got like what were we talking about? You got like reimbursed or something?
Oh, that was for
Amazon. That's what it was, right?
So,
something got fucked up, so you got reimbursement. I thought you were talking about was the old Instacart.
No, that was Amazon, but yeah, I got 95% of all the stuff for the podcast shed. I got a package coming.
Prepare for some unboxing videos soon.
Yep. I'm going to do one for the camera or webcam that I got. I'm going to do an unboxing video about that, so. All right.
With that being said, you can find us on all podcast platforms.
One more thing before we go. We're doing the giveaway.
Before we go. Okay, the giveaway.
We are going to pick a winner. All you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel. Take a screenshot. We're going to pick a winner, or pick a names, and then put them on a wheel and spin it. It's a $100 gift card to Bloomfield Tattoo Gallery. We'll put the address right here. Yeah.
No, put it right here.
Okay, I'll put it wherever.
Or over here. Or
I'll just put it over the whole fucking screen.
Somewhere's. Dude, there. So every time when you're editing, every time I do this, the address pops up.
So, all right. We'll have all their information on the description of the podcast and the video podcast. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything else to talk about, so we're going to end the show.
And you can find us on wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, Spotify, Apple Podcast.
You don't need to tell all the names.
Okay.
And go to YouTube, www.youtube.com. You probably, all you have to type is YOU and it'll pop up. The Bogart Podcast, is it? Or what is it?
Yeah, the Bogart Podcast.
Beer Pirate Radio.
Yeah, that's the channel. I got to switch it. I think we're just going to switch it to the Bogart Podcast. But
no, you can't. But yeah, go like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah,
punch that notification thing, ring that bell.
6 months. I want to get to 1,000 downloads.
That's not going to happen. Oh, downloads. I thought you said 1,000 subscribers.
No, 1,000 downloads. If we get 1,000 downloads, that would make my day.
No, 100 subscribers.
Would make my day even better.
And then after that, 1,000 or 500 subscribers. And after that, 1,000.
All right. Until next time, we'll see you.
Oh, wait, hold on. One more thing. How much stick do you suck?
I don't suck any.
All right.
Bye.
See you later, losers.
This has been a Beer Pirate Radio production.